All right, for those of you who follow me on YouTube, I typically do YouTube Shorts. My name is Rufus. I'm the notary dude here in Los Angeles, California. This video is going to be a little bit longer. It's going to be talking about an apostille, and I just need to share this experience with you just so you understand exactly how an apostille works. So I had a call from a gentleman a couple days ago. He's a young man. He just finished up school. He's actually a teacher right now here in the Los Angeles area. He's taking a job overseas to be a teacher. Well, during the hiring process, they told him they need to get a notarized copy, an apostille of his diploma, of his grades, and of his birth certificate. So 3 different documents. He called me a couple days ago and he said, Rufus, how do I go about doing this? He'd seen my videos on YouTube and whatnot. So I explained to him, you need to check with the school to see exactly what it is that they're requiring. If they're requiring an actual certified copy of a birth certificate, you need to go to the county where you were born and request a birth certificate from them. When you get that birth certificate from them, that birth certificate will come already signed by the county clerk. That is your certified copy of the birth certificate. Now, getting one of these, it's a process. It takes a little bit of time. You need to go online, or you might be able to go to county clerk and request the birth certificate. Typically, that form needs to be filled out. It has to have your name on it. You indicate it's for yourself, and that you need to get a birth certificate. That form typically needs to be notarized by a notary public before you can submit that form. I think it costs like $20 or something to get a copy. So that is the correct way to get a certified copy of a birth certificate. It probably takes a couple of weeks. They mail it to you. Once you have that, you can then get that certified copy of the birth certificate apostilled. I do apostille processing. You can call me for rates and timing and everything like that. That's the first option to get the birth certificate certified. The other option is if you have a birth certificate already and you don't want to send off your birth certificate and you just want to use that, what we can do is you can make a photocopy of that birth certificate. I suggest you make it in color and even a thicker cardstock if you want. With that copy, you can go to a notary and tell them you want to do a copy certification by the document custodian. That's basically a piece of paper you fill out. You say, look, I am the owner of this document. I made a photocopy of it from the original, and you will sign it. That notary will also sign it and notarize that form as a certified copy by the document custodian of that. Once you have that, so you'll have a form that is stapled to the copy of your birth certificate. Once you have that, you can take that to the Secretary of State and get that apostilled. Now, this is the quicker way of doing it, obviously, because all you're paying is $15 for the notarization, and you can usually get it done within a day. You need to make sure the school that they're okay with this. If they're wanting an actual certified copy, you're going to have to go through the county and get a certified copy of your birth certificate. If they're okay with just doing copy certification of the birth certificate, you can do it this way. Now, as far as the grades and the diploma go, it's the same thing. You need to go make a photocopy of the grades or, your report card, whatever it is that you have. Make a color photocopy of it, bring it to the notary. The notary can attach a copy certification by the document custodian to it. They'll notarize it. Same thing with the diploma. You can just go make a color copy of your diploma, take it to a notary. They will give you a copy certification by document custodian form. So once you have all 3 of those forms that are notarized, you can then take them to get apostilled. Now, I would highly suggest you use a third-party company to do it. You can do it yourself, and, but in order to make sure it gets done correctly, it's probably going to charge you anywhere from $100 to $200 per document to get them apostilled. But that way it's going to be correct. The problem with the apostille process is if you mail them in, you need to include a check for each apostille made out to the Secretary of State for $26. You need to include a self-addressed stamped envelope so they can mail it back to you. And the processing time is probably going to take anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks in order to do it. Now, these third-party processors, they will make sure your document is notarized correctly and that it's going to get apostilled correctly, okay? That's going to save you time. These processors, they will hand deliver your notarized documents to the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State will then call them when the apostille is ready to pick up. It usually takes about a week or so. And they will handle all the fees and everything like that as far as getting the apostille done. So you have a couple of different options getting the apostille done. My name is Rufus. I'm the notary dude here in Los Angeles, California. I do a lot of notarizations. I do a lot of apostilles here in LA. Call me if you have questions. I can walk you through if you want to do it yourself, or my fees are very, very reasonable. This gentleman I'm working with, he's getting three different documents he needs to have notarized and apostilled. It's going to cost right around just over $200 to do all three of them. Now, you figure you're about $90 into it just for the fees for the apostille, and then plus another $45 for the notarization. So you're not saving a whole lot of money trying to do it yourself. And by going with a third party like myself, I can guarantee you it's going to work and get done. I have a guarantee on all my stuff. So I hope this video helps. If you're looking to get something notarized or apostilled, my name is Rufus. Hit me up, 626-620-3667.